So we got the moon in Scorpio, and of course we got Jupiter in retrograde, and of course we're gonna have Sun in Cancer in a few. A lot of shit going on. So this is the time for internal reflection, aka this is not the time to be out and about. This is the time to basically making sure your internal world is being nurtured and cared for, and of course transformed. Because if you don't know how to transform yourself, Pluto, aka Scorpio, 8th house, Mars, will come there and eradicate your ass. So of course, you don't want to get eradicated. You want to make sure whatever you're doing is on a purpose of you transforming a desire or passion, motivation that you want to actually exalt and get running and going. So this ain't the time to be basically, playing with these energies. It's time to basically be harnessing and reciprocating these energies. Yeah, it's Father's Day, distractions and shit going on, but don't worship that day. Every day is Father's Day. AKA, if you have an idea, that you a father. If you have feelings and emotions, you a mother. That's how you should look at it. Anything that's represented out of it, it will be just a creation of a child that you basically created to that aspect. Every day is this day. But of course, don't get lost into the reciprocation of basically having to make you feel like you gotta basically go out there and go buy something for the father and shit. Motherfucker, if you lost into that shit, you just lost into another form of Christmas. And of course, you just lost into another form of going to church and paying your damn time. Paying your dues and worshiping his hobby. But yeah. Also, we're gonna basically break down the houses, and we're gonna break down the signs. And of course, we're gonna basically get into these energies. So if you got Scorpio in your first house, you're gonna be going through power and control issues when it comes to your personality. And of course, try not to put yourself behind self-criticism or self-doubt, and pretty much be in a circumstance situation where you can work for yourself, not working for nobody else. Because you need to take power and control over your personality, how you are a service to people, and how you could basically be someone that someone can look up to. You shouldn't be basically in a circumstance situation giving your personality or your personal fears and shit that don't really truly matters. Look at the bigger picture sometimes. Try not to look too much at the details, and everything can basically fumble into your perspective. Also, for Aries, y'all gonna be basically dealing with misunderstandings when it comes to expressing yourself. You may be kind of like alienated, and you may come off as misunderstanding due to the way you're expressing yourself, expressing your passions and shit. People may be misunderstanding you, or if it's being reciprocated, once the sun go down, the Aries moon will basically be attracting what happened in the light, aka when the sun make its move, aka its rotation, its axial point. Once it make its way to the another space, then the moon in Aries is going to be receiving these energies. So yeah, this is like a reflection. So yeah, try not to put yourself in certain situations of getting lost or getting caught up into certain desires and shit that don't best suit your purpose. Make sure you have a purpose in order for you to basically express yourself and push yourself out there. If you got the second house, if you got if you got Scorpio in the second house, you're gonna be basically looking at your valuing system, aka things you value, people, places, and things that you value. Try not to be all over the place or be eradicated. Try to find equilibrium and balance, and try to be more stable when you're in this perspective, because this is the opposite house. So Scorpio is going to basically pretty much play the part of desires, power, and controlling issues. Try not to allow circumstances, situations, or people, places, and things to control you during this time. Feel me? Make sure you have a fair amount of share when y'all basically dealing with y'all desires and having the equilibrium and balance. Try not to overindulge into too much. Put yourself in a circumstance situation where you are in a sufficient space, and of course your partner is in a sufficient space, and you're not basically having headbutts. Whether someone's desiring over a circumstance situation or whatever you're valuing during this time, make sure it's the right things that are being valued, or right people that's valuing you. You don't want to be valuing the wrong shit. You'll be planting bad seeds, and of course you're going to learn through these experiences when the moon goes into Sagittarius. Also, Taurus, you're going to be dealing with opposite energy. You're going to be basically dealing with love, jealousy, hate, and of course, deeply desires. Also with the moon and Taurus is when that sun make his way, it's turning axle. You're gonna be basically receiving other people that's coming at you, expressing jealousy, and of course playing in circumstances, situations of not getting what they want. Try to be careful with this transit because this can make or break you and take you in places and spaces that you shouldn't basically be reciprocated in. Also, if you got damn, if you got the third house, if you got Scorpio in the third house, you're gonna be basically dealing with circumstances, situations of your surroundings, desires of your surroundings. So you may come across as very cold and very serious, and of course you don't like superficial shit. So if the conversation or if the implication is not basically satisfying your desires, you're gonna feel the need to basically retract and reciprocate, and of course find things that's basically gonna have you feeling more easy, more desirable when it comes to your surroundings and shit. But you need to take power and control over your surroundings, and try not to allow other people, places, and things to take power and control over your surroundings, or you'll be playing bad seeds. Also, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, you're gonna be dealing with misunderstandings when it comes to thinking and communication and intellect. Also, this is gonna be a circumstance situation where if you think darkly and deeply and badly about yourself, you get too lost into your ideas and shit, you can have a transformational moment with your mentality, aka you can burn your mentality chakra out of your skin, out of your flesh, aka too much anxiety and too much worry can basically play a part. Also for Tauruses, you can be basically dealing with throat issues. Aries, you're gonna be dealing with head issues, and shit like that. Also, because you know this is also power and control, this is also reciprocated with your health too. So if you ain't taking power and control over these houses and these endeavors, you're gonna be feeling this shit. Also, if you got Scorpio in the fourth house, you're gonna be basically dealing with power and control issues when it comes to home, privacy, and family. And of course, you may be a person, place, or thing that may not dwell too much on feelings and emotions and shit. Or parents may not have show you too much emotional expression or emotional compassion. Try not to allow this to basically eat you up. Put yourself in a circumstance situation where you can have love for yourself and care for yourself, feel me? Because you need your feelings and emotions to manifest in this world. If you're just too logical and left into your mind and into your mentality, you're going to become a Jesus Christ, a motherfucker that got crucified. And of course, that was putting too much of his ideas into spaces where it shouldn't belong. Cancers, you got the gift to love, nurture, care, and of course, heal people, places, and things. Also, Cancer's moons, you're going to be receiving this energy right back at you. Also, if you got Scorpio in your fifth house, you're going to be dealing with power and control issues when it comes to your creativity, your ego, and of course, the way you express yourself. Try not to be too hard on other people, places, and things during this time because they don't meet up yet to your expectations or the way you dwell or basically or the way you're passionate about things that matter. Try not to be too much of a bully. Try to look at people, places, and things they need time and space to basically develop. Everybody ain't you, so you got to have that consideration. Also, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, you're going to be dealing with conflict when it comes to your actions and power and control issues. AKA, this is going to be a circumstance situation where it's going to be a love and hate circumstance situation that you're going to be dealing with you when you come to your expressions. And of course, Leo moons, you're going to be picking up this energy of a love and hate doing your way. It's going to be like a fucking spider web. Try not to get caught into that web because the moon is a Scorpio. Shit can get transformational. Of course, the sun is exalted here too, so you may be going to the extremes when it comes to power and control, ego, and of course expressing yourself. And you got Mars and Leo too, chill the fuck out during this time. Your ass will die. Or you might kill somebody. God forbid, but we don't need that happening. We just speaking. Also, if you got Scorpio in the sixth house, you're going to be going through power and control issues when it comes to your health, your routines, and the things that you're daily rooted by. Try not to put yourself in circumstance situations of ghosting everybody. Everybody may not be detail-oriented like you. Or try not to put yourself in circumstance situation of lacking mental practicality. For me, everything got to be practice make perfect when you come to your details of looking at your daily routines. If it ain't no practice there, it's going to be a flunked out position. Also, Virgos, you're going to have opportunities to investigate and analyze circumstances, situations. Moon and Virgos, people going to be investigating you. Also, fucking 8th house and the 7th house, you're going to be going through a power and control issues when it comes to relationships, partnerships. Also, try not to be in a circumstance situation of getting too lost into that shit, of being separate. You can kill yourself on this time. Also, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, you're going to be dealing with actions of too much sexual, emotional perspectives or emotional specters of sexual desires coming your way. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. Scorpio, 8th house. Power and control issues with your desires. Feel me? You're going to be brave to go through everything. Try to have passion and motivation towards shit that really truly matters. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, spotlight on you. Sagittarius, second house. Yeah, ninth house. You're going to be going through power control issues when it comes to your morals and principles. You may get into a whole lot of debates and things of that matter. And, of course, the things that you truly value, make sure to have a purpose and meanings and reasons. Try not to have no self-doubt. You can fuck up your goals and your manifestations during this time. If you put yourself in that position, and don't do that. Try to sit back and relax and basically allow the shit to basically flow into your perspective. Also, with this position here for Sagittarius, you're going to be basically looking at reality in a deeply desirable way. And, of course, you're going to be very impulsive when it comes to basically searching for meanings and reasons. And, of course, having true purpose and true perspectives in these areas. Also, you're going to be in a position of, if it don't have no deep moral principle or moral perspectives, and, of course, you're going to feel the need to basically retract and not waste your time into these energies. Also, Moon and Sagittarius is other people is going to be in that energy, and, of course, bringing that wave your way. Also, if you got this position where Scorpio in the 10th house, you're going to be going through a lot of power controls when it comes to your responsibilities, things that you basically stand on your business, and, of course, take care of your responsibilities. Feel me? If you ain't taking care of your responsibilities, then you're planting bad seeds on the sun. So you need to take power control over your status, your career, and what you're known for, and, of course, putting in that groundwork, and, of course, making sure shit that's basically getting taken care of. Also, if you're a Capricorn sun, you're gonna have opportunities to take your status, your career, and, of course, go deep into these things. Also, you could be very secretive and, of course, very behind the scenes on this with your power control issues. Maybe doing some occult shit. Also, with the Moon and Capricorn, you're gonna be pretty much attracting other people that's basically investigating your shit, or trying to take power and control of you. Also, the 8th house and the 11th house. You're going to be going through a lot of power control issues when it comes to associations, groups, and, of course, if you're not in a circumstance situation of having true meanings or reasons, or something that you could basically have to offer to your group missions, other people is going to basically use you as a crutch, and you don't want to get walked on during this time. You need to be the one that's having a unique approach, and, of course, having a lot more compassion, a.k.a. learn how to love and nurture, care people, but basically don't go to the extremes. If they don't meet your expectations, just learn how to let it slide and ride. For me, everybody needs time to develop, but you're always coming up with new ways to basically love your association. You may go to the extreme, you may exhaust yourself. Don't do that. Feel me? Because the 11th house, Aquarius is exalted here, so you may go to the extremes with that shit. Try to calm down, calm, collective. Also, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. You're gonna be learning how to deal with unusual, unexpected change when it comes to your uniqueness, your originality, and the way you think and communicate. Also, Moon and Aquarius, you're going to be receiving this energy your way. Last but not least, 8th house and Pisces, a.k.a. the 8th house and the 12th. Yeah, Scorpio in the 12th house. You're going to be going through power and control issues when it comes to your dreams, your imagination, your fantasies, and illusions. You may be cutting people, places, and things off during this time if you can't really have a true purpose or a true trust with them during this perspective. Also, you're going to be going through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your dreams and how you express yourself. Try not to be the person behind the scenes. For me, if you really, truly desire this purpose, you need to follow your truth, a.k.a. sit in some silence, have some clarity, and, of course, put yourself on the back burner so you can get shit rolling and straight rolling. And, of course, don't hide yourself. Inspire people, places, and things. So, of course, this way when you're inspiring people, you have a ground to step on, you have a ground to walk on. And, of course, Pisces suns, you're going to have a gift to take power control over your dreams, your fantasies, and your illusions. And do it fast. And Jupiter is about to get his ass out of Pisces. So, for me, or you had the fire there, but the fire about to be getting his ass up out of there and going right back into Aquarius. So, make sure you plant the right seeds and make sure everything is a consistency basis. Also, when you got Moon in Pisces, you're going to be receiving other people coming at you to love, nurture, and care, and, of course, be there for you in this perspective, which is the vice versa. And you're going to be very mutable and adaptable to these energies by picking up other people's energy, seeing where they at fault at, and, of course, being able to actually heal them during this time. And also, with this position in here, motherfucker, you're going to go to the extremes with this shit, because this is the 12th house. And, of course, That position is exalted in Venus. So you're going to love and care for this perspective. This is like your career. This is your heart. This is your compassion. So strive for it and go for it.